Okay, now we get into another right cross technique, and this one's called the cradle choke. Everything remains the same, even the softening technique. I'm going to go to this even a little more detail each time that I do it. Pitbull Jiu-Jitsu is basically my thinking. I mean, the hands are more brittle than you think, unless you really take a lot of time to condition your hands. You get broken knuckles, hit people in the head, so I don't punch that much. My main hand techniques is the finger jab, things like that to, in more an offensive manner mainly. It's basically if I want to attack first, I'll do a finger flick so I can go in, throw, take down, take them out of there, or punish them with headbutts, knees, and elbows. So, but that's basically it. I mean, a lot of headbutts, knees, and elbows, small kicks. Very few punches. Punch on the ground some, and some standing, but mostly to the body. Hook punches to the body, things like that. All right, the next one is basically also for a right cross, called a cradle choke. Okay? And basically, the reason why it's called a cradle choke is because the arm is cradled in my leg, and this arm is blocking it in, and I have the choke. Right there. All my body weight needs to be up on the shoulders, between the shoulder blades. Okay, slowly. There's the knee. I step around, and right here I have an arm bar. As I'm spinning around, I have an arm bar on my body, plus this arm around the head. I can grab a shirt or whatever, if it has a shirt on, to help secure that so I don't loosen the grip. I spin around and I drop. Once I drop, I go way forward. If I want more of a choke, I just raise that head up, get my hands in there, and squeeze. See how red his face is? Veins, he's already passing out just from the body weight of my arm being around him, without any pressure of pulling for the choke. One more time, slow this way. Pressure points under the nose. Gets the hand under there, lean forward and squeeze. Couple times this way. Grab something if necessary. You don't have to if you can keep a good grip. Grab your sleeve, anything. Just keeping that lock around his neck good and tight. Arm bar right here. Bend this leg around. Drop. Come way forward. Right knee way up. Block it in. Raise his head up. Choke in. That angle. You want to have your legs in a scissor fashion. Your bottom leg in this case would be your left. It needs to be back. Your right leg will be forward. Okay. Last time. With a variation. You need to practice this variation with a lot of care and caution. This way. If for some chance that you come around to here and you're spinning around and you're trying to take him down and he has a lot of balance left, all you have to do is kick back on the leg. Take him down and block. Now that's for practice. One more time for self-defense. Here, what you want to do is kick back right into the knee. Knee kick. Drop, come forward, and lock. All right, the next technique is basically a variation of the last one. I mean, we get in the same way, we use the same kind of techniques. Remember, you don't have to use all of them. You can use just the knee. If it bends him over enough, you don't need the elbow to the back. So on and so forth. So just play around with these techniques, and this is basically a variation. This time we're going to take him down to the ground with this and use another finishing type technique. Okay? This one is also for a right jab. Okay, hooking onto this arm, I can hook this way, grab, and take this hand out and grab around the chin, grab into the eyes, you name it. This technique has a lot of variation. Okay, this is basically it. I want to sit on the lower part of the back as I do my crank. A little slower. Now this one I want to keep him in nice and tight as I sit over on top of him. I hook the arm, both hands on the head, does not matter. You can sit better in the other angle. This way. Grab this way, this way, this way, this way. All good grabs. This arm needs to be up for control. You can grab the chin, forehead, chin, nose, chin, eye. One hand on the nose, in the eyes, while you pull back on the arm. A lot of different ways to do it. All correct. The main thing that you want to try to remember is that you have to be sitting on his lower back. Okay. Fingers in the eyes, nose, both hands. Practice them all. All work good. Okay, the next technique is what I call the V armbar. You'll see why I call it that afterwards. Now we're going to get into a couple jab punches. Now remembering the two techniques that we did previously, and these techniques can be done, all its techniques can be done the same with either punch. It does not matter if it's a straight punch or not. What type of straight punch, whether he steps forward with the right leg or he steps forward with the left leg, does not matter. We're just giving you that, like I said, so you can recognize what type of punch is being thrown at you, what your attacker is trying to do to you at the time. Okay? The reason why it's called a V is because we got this lock on him here. Now all we're doing, slowly, I'm stepping in and I'm sticking my fingers in his eyes. Palm strike, it'll be a punch, any one of these things, okay? I prefer the fingers just digging in the eyes there. I hook onto the arm, I spin around and drop down on the arm. Okay? I want to be nice and high. I can be up on my knees. I can be down here. Either way, I have the pain. But I have to have this arm at least as high as the shoulder as I'm doing it. And when I'm gripping, I want to grip in this fashion. It's hard to do it this way. But you want to grip down like this and up like this. That's what you're doing. Okay? Slowly. Just parrying the punch to the outside, grab, hook, and turn. Lock. Okay, one more time this way. As you get this down, you can add a knee with it. Okay, this way. Basically the best way that I found to teach techniques, especially with beginners, when you're first learning the techniques, is in sections. I mean, first do this. Practice that. Then go to this. Then go to this. But you have to make sure everything is done before you go to the next. The big mistake a lot of people make is they try to do too many things at one time. Make sure that you do your step. Make sure that your hip's planted and you're here before you pull them into that knee. And make sure you turn your hip, drop all your body weight down the arm. Don't try to muscle him down. Then the muscles come in because all you're doing is cutting on the arm. Last time. Okay, the next technique we're going to do is vice. It's a choke technique, and it's also against a straight punch jab. Okay, we'll do this one a little fast and then break it down for you. Okay, and what we're doing there is still, this is another split entry technique. You're taking a step forward left with your finger jab, and you take another step forward with your right, hooking the arm to here, turn, and drop. All your body weight down on top of him from the side, keeping your head down, wrist lock, and choke. Basically, the reason why it's called vice is because we're vicing his head, his arm up against his head. One more time. Finger jab, palm strike. Hand comes through here. Take your step forward with your right foot. Turn and drop. Okay, if you want that body weight on him, that's what helps to choke. Okay, this way. Okay, with this, when you get good at this type of entry, you don't even have to strike with it. We'll demonstrate a couple of times since we're on this side. Just coming over here, just like that. Don't worry too much about a strike, just go in. Just get out of the way of the punch. Go in here, lock, take down, and choke out. Last time. This here can be a hit as well if you wanted a ridge hand or inward forearm strike of sorts as you come in. But you want to hook it in, take a step forward, turn and drop.